So this is Amateur here. I may or may not have a video up on Friday. If I don't, it will definitely be up Saturday or Sunday. Usual time, between 12 and 4. Shooting for closer to 2 every time, or 3. So yeah, let's just go ahead and do it. Marriage no longer works. Okay, marriage definitely does work. Now, I do think there is a different dynamic from, the olden days where there's people that, are in relationships and have been married for like 40 plus years, at this point, because we've grown, we've grown as a society. There's been more culture added, women are getting more rights and have, more people are wanting to work than get a family later on down the line or something, or there's more people that are able to finish school or even go to school. Because, in the beginning, a lot of people couldn't even get to, I don't know, like I think my grandmother, one of my grandmothers, she didn't even get to go all the way through school. She got to go to like 8th grade and that was it. So there's just a lot of changes that have happened, and I do think marriage works. I think it just depends on the two people getting married, because it's a huge commitment and you can't just rush. You shouldn't rush into it. You can rush into it, but you shouldn't. And you should, think of questions that you think could cause problems or just things you're curious about. Like ask those questions, talk. Because, communication is such a big part of any relationship. And if you don't have that, your marriage, it's going to be a problem. And if you have like certain ways and you're set in them and you don't want to compromise, it's going to be an even bigger problem. So it just really depends on the two people and, how mature you guys are and how much you guys listen to each other and how you're able to really communicate. The next one is virgins are real. Obviously, virgins are real. I mean, this is kind of funny because, there's kids and, like, obviously they're going to be virgins unless, God forbid, something terrible happens. Y'all know what I'm talking about. This one got me. You won't find true love. Better settle for average. Please don't settle for the average. If you really feel like you have to get into a relationship, 1, you don't. 2, if you're unhappy or you feel like the person's great but they're just not for you, don't stay in that relationship, because then you might decide to cheat or something and then hurt them even more, and it's so unnecessary. You really don't need to do all of that. If you're not happy in a relationship, tell the person. And if they're not willing to change, or it's something that you need to change about yourself, then you need to sit there and evaluate that, and you need to go ahead and make a change, because you're going to sit there and be unhappy, and you're going to see other people that seem like they're happy in the relationships. If you're paying attention, you're going to wonder, why is our relationship not like this, or why am I not like this, or why are they not like this? Like, every person is different, every relationship is different, and you just got to be able to communicate and recognize what you like and what you don't like. And if it's too many more things that you don't like, then you got to move on. You really do. You don't have to sit there and be in a relationship you don't want to be in. You really don't. You can leave. And I advise you to leave if that's really what you think you need. Or do a break. And if you take a break, explain exactly what the break means. If the break means just a break from each other, living separately, explain if that means you can, go out with other people, what that means in terms of sexual activity, because if you're on break and then you go and I'm not going to say the word because, all that media attention, I'm not going to say it, but if you go and you have sex with someone else and your partner was faithful to you and you just, you thought you were on a break and there was the intent of getting back together, but you didn't say, hey, this break includes having sex with other people. Like, that person might be hurt or think you cheated. So to them, you did, and you don't get to decide that you didn't because you didn't thoroughly explain what the break meant. Hey guys, really, really quick. This is going to be a 2-part video. So I think that's what you should do if you're going to take a break. That's all I'm going to say about that. That's done.